Yeah, what's happening, everybody?
What's
What's
up,
up, Lock
y'all?
Fam
What's
Kingdom?
up, Block Fam Kingdom Diaries?
Hey,
It's been
Lock
a
Fam
minute.
Kingdom citizens.
It's been a minute, you guys. So we are here today to chitty chat a little bit about the differences in a relationship. I feel like most of us like to think that if you find a partner, you will find someone who's just like you. But that doesn't happen. There are a lot of differences in relationships, and there are a lot of differences in friendships too.
Mm,
So understanding that going into a relationship, having requirements, of course, and then understanding the fact that, I mean, once you get married, there is going to be a huge difference,
yeah.
between you and your partner. And I feel like working around those differences and understanding them and being okay with leaving with those differences, and also praying for your partner um, if it's something like unhealthy habits, you can pray those can change. Of course, it's not like something for life. You can pray about that, and of course, God will answer your prayers according to your desires, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like that's the most of the thing. That's one thing that we struggle with in relationships, like in marriage. Some people end up divorcing because of the differences, because someone is just we just not we're not meant to be, is what we say. I'm not saying like you're meant to be with everybody, but sometimes it's like the little things that triggers us, and then we want to leave the relationship.
Mm,
uh and then we want to divorce, we this is not for me, and so
because
on
of
and so
those
forth,
differences.
because of the little differences. Yes, and maybe you guys have been seeing each other for more than 10, 25 years. That's a very long time, to just leave a relationship just because of differences. And yeah, do you have anything to say about it?
Yeah. Yeah. For the most part, I guess like in differences, it's just basic. Okay. Yeah. I mean, when it comes to differences, I think it's like a puzzle or like Legos, and you kind of have to find out what areas work best.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when it comes to like improving each other.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hold it
Yeah, I can hold it.
like that? Okay. Yeah, when it comes to areas of improving each other
Uh-huh.
and how both parties can like function better together.
Yeah.
Um, like for instance, what your do's or don'ts are,
Mm.
what your boundaries are,
Mm.
and what are your standards. Because if you don't know what those are, you may find out that this individual um, always cross your boundaries, right?
Yeah.
Which then causes conflict.
And also communication. I feel like it gets to that point when you don't communicate.
Hmm.
Like if you communicate your boundaries, like this is who I am, this is what, you will definitely not going to have a partner who's going to cross that, and doing it early. Don't wait until 20 years later, then you start communicating your boundaries.
Yeah.
Doing it early, it sticks that, it builds a foundation. Builds a foundation, yeah.
Well,
Continue.
for the most part, um, yeah, I think, um, yeah, for the most part, I think, working your differences out and making a formula to where you guys can mesh, because I think most relationships where you are trying to find a companion who are just like you and things like that don't always mesh. They may be too much like you and don't offer the variety of
Yeah.
like differences
Mm.
to like expansion, different ideas, different ways of doing things. That way you're able to grow too, because the way that they do those things differently could add value
Right.
to how you conduct your life, you know. And so I think there's value in differences, and some people look at differences on the level of, I think they clash differences with, like I said, people um, crossing their boundaries. And I think that they're yet not aware of their boundaries. So they get to the certain point where they're fed up about certain things. And now you do this and you do that, and
Right.
like the conversation and the communication is not as of a respect level because they just realize that this individual is now crossing boundaries that they weren't aware that they had. And so I think when you're in a relationship, if you discover your boundaries as it's going along,
Mhm.
I think there's a plus and a downside to it. And I think that the boundary can be viewed as negative, right? I think differences can be viewed as negative.
Yeah.
Having differences to me is variety because I come with a deck of cards and you come with a deck of cards.
Exactly.
And when I don't look at my deck of cards and say, dang, you got the same deck of cards that I got.
And I don't think a relationship will last if you guys are the same. I don't think you want to be with the person who's the same as you with everything. I mean, you can have things that are in common, but everything it just wouldn't work. I don't think you would want another you. I don't
Yeah.
know how that will work. Um, so stop looking for someone who's like you. Start looking for someone who's different and someone who can puzzle, who's the other piece of you, like who can complete your puzzle. Because it's all about completion. It's not about me being just like you, or we um we being the same, or we just don't understand each other. Find
Yeah.
a way to understand your partner. Find the way to be the one who doesn't say much, because sometimes you want to say something and your partner wants to say something. Instead of you listening, you're trying to defend yourself. And that's also another part what people don't like. It's like, I want to say something. It's okay. Sometimes it's gonna happen. Not everybody's perfect. We're not all of us. We're not perfect. Sometimes the times where we just like talk back and forth.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's like, who's the most person who is present at that moment. And when you're present, you're the bigger person because you hear your partner, and then you apologize if you have to, and then you can bring it back later and say, hey, I don't like the way that you brought that to us. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
There are ways. I'm not here to teach you, but I'm here to give you value in terms of like what you can do, or what we do in terms of the differences situation. Because most of the people, when we meet our friends, people we know, they think we perfect, but we're not perfect.
No, not far from it.
We are we know our boundaries. We over communicate. We are clear with our communication. If it's this is this, I know my partner doesn't like this, so I'm not going to do this. I know my partner doesn't like to argue in public, so I'll try not to do this. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
try to wait until we get home. I know my partner is this is all about being open-minded and knowing what exactly your partner likes, and what exactly who your partner is. It's about knowing. It's about knowing who your partner is, not trying to find someone who's just like you. Because you're not gonna find. If you find someone who's just like you, I feel like that's why I'm not gonna get there. Thank you God, I didn't get to that. But yeah, I'm not gonna say that. Let's skip that part that I almost said. But yeah, that's pretty much that's pretty much it. Do you have anything to give before we close this?
Value your differences.
What do you mean when you say value differences?
I feel like value your differences if it supports the bigger picture. Value your differences if you guys have a similar vision.
Oh yes, I love that. I love that.
Value your
Similar vision.
difference if the goal is aligned with God's will.
Exactly.
Like you both are like, yo, I'm wanting to do great things. Da da da.
And also, I'm sorry, baby, but our pastor was talking about was preaching about how devil doesn't like marriages and relationships and all that, especially if it incorporates God. Um, I felt it was so powerful because most of the relationships dies because they don't have God in them. They don't have God in the center or God as a foundation of the relationship. So that's why they die most of the time, because you guys don't have anyone who's in control. Y'all are doing everything, and it's hard because we human, and as you know that you can't control a human, you can only like lay boundaries,
Right.
bring in this and that. It's like it was eye-opening to me. It was eye-opening to me that it's important to have God in the middle of everything. It's important to understand that things are going to happen, triggers are going to be there, all these other stuff. They are going to be there because the devil does not like it when two people come together, and especially if God is in the middle of it. He's going to do anything and everything to come in between and try to deceive you guys. But yeah, looking at it in that way was amazing. Like what I heard was amazing. I was like, yeah, this is great.
And differences are not also pointed out as though like, oh yeah, he doesn't do this or she doesn't do that, and they do that over there, and I would like if they did or he did that like the way they do it.
Exactly.
I think on that level, differences with comparisons is not what we mean.
Yeah.
I think
comparing
yeah,
instead
I think
of doing I would say for us, it's what you have to do, I know what I have to do, and then I know when I have to help, and when you have to help. You ask when you have to help, and sometimes I ask when I have to help. But it's that it's not like it's not I lost thought, but it's not like you don't do this, I do everything, I blah 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 blah, all this stuff. If you know you're good at this, don't expect your partner to do it. Do it.
Yeah.
If you see it's not right, do it.
Also have a system.
Have a system, exactly. Have a system.
Figure out your system if you don't have one.
Figure out your morning routine. What do you do when you wake up, and what it is that you don't like? Communicate with your partner, and that will save your marriage. That will save your relationship. There's nothing more important than communication. Communicating with your partner is very important.
If you realize that there is differences within one person's values, like for instance, you're wanting to get, say for instance, you're wanting to create a morning routine, correct? And Heller, you're wanting to create a morning routine, and your partner doesn't necessarily want to do that. Then you like, oh, wait, so you don't want greatness? You don't want to develop yourself? You don't want to? And if you find differences as though like this person doesn't want to better themselves, well, those are a part of your standards,
right?
And you guys have to have matching or at least similar standards of what you want quality of life to look like.
Exactly.
So that comes off within the beginning of your relationship versus in the middle of your relationship.
Yeah.
But if you're young and you're discovering, like what a relationship is supposed to be like, and how you're wanting to conduct that or formulate it or figure out how it's supposed to be structured or what you're supposed to be looking for, this video is for you. So yeah, value your differences, and then realize
value differences. Have extra communicate, over communicate, and then what was the other one? So you over communicate, you have values,
standards and boundaries,
and then you set your standards and your boundaries, and you communicate it with your partner. That is most of the things that what we did when we first got together was we sat down and we said we're going to communicate. There's nothing that we're going to do without communication. You're not going to go out and do other things without communicating with me. We're going to have extra communication. Whether you have a wet dream, whether you have whatever it is, we are going to communicate. And that, I feel like that set a strong boundary because I feel like I've been into relationships where communication was not important, so much that I missed a lot.
Yeah.
And so much that the relationship didn't survive because there was less communication about important things. So communication should be your first boundary. It was requirements. The third one was requirements. So have your requirements. What type of person you want in your life? What type of who you want? What are you missing? You know.
Yeah.
And then after you have your requirements, then you over communicate. You set the boundary of communication, and then you set your personal values. The values are both of you guys. What do y'all want? And then you'll set goals too, because goals will keep you all together more than anything. Sometimes, if you and your partner has a certain goal that you want to reach, no matter what comes into place, you guys are going to survive that because you'll know where you're going and you'll want to get there so bad. Anyways, what? It's on.
Oh, thank you.
Anyways, we'll see you guys.
I thought the speaker wasn't on.
Thank you so much for being part of the Lock Fam Kingdom Diaries. We love y'all.
All right.
Peace and love.
Stay locked in.
Love vibes only.
One up, y'all.